Hello and welcome all of you to the Prelims PYQ discussion by NEWAS. The theme for today's video is early medieval India. We have 4 questions for discussion today, and the first question is from the 2022 prelims, and the question goes like this. It's a pair based question. You have 4 pairs and you have to choose the right pair from that. The names given on the left are names of the rulers or the kings from medieval India, and on the other side, on the right hand side, you have respective dynasties. The first name is Nannuka, against him is given Chandela. The second is Jaya Shakti, against that given Paramara. Third is Nagabhatta II, against that is given Gujra Pradihara, and the fourth one is Boja, against that is given Rashtrakuta. We have to find what all are correct, and this is a very difficult question. I would rate this question to be very difficult because something that you are likely to know is the name of Nannuka, because he is the founder of Chantela dynasty. Except that, even if you take the case of the fourth option, Boja, the complete name is not given. The complete name is Mihir Boja. If you know the complete name, you may be able to associate him with a dynasty, but if the complete name is not given, it's very difficult. So I'll rate this question very difficult. So let's not try to make any guesses here. Let's go to the answer key. As I said, the first option is correct. Nannuka is the founder of Chandelas. So I'll put it very simply for you. These are 2 kings from the Chandela dynasty, and these 2 are kings from the Pradihara dynasty. So as a whole, this is a question about the Rajputs. Rajputs are an important dynasty in the early medieval period, starting from 8th to 9th century AD. So in that period, they are a very important dynasty, especially in the post-Gupta period. When the polity is fragmented, there are several dynasties belonging to the Rajput clan, and 2 of them are the Chandelas and the Pradiharas. Nannuka is the founder of Chandela. Jayashakti, popularly known as Jija, is the consolidator of the Chandela power. So these 2 are important names to be remembered under this particular dynasty. Third option is Nagabhatta, and he belongs to the Gujra Pradiharas. So the other 2 roles, Nagabhatta and Mihir Boja or Boja I, are part of the Pradihara dynasty, and this Boja is most successful. He had a long reign of 46 years in that particular dynasty. So this name is also pretty important. So what we can understand from this question is the rising importance of small dynasties in the medieval period. Earlier we had questions from the Delhi Sultanate, the Vijayanagara Empire, and the Mughal period. Now the small dynasties, the less known dynasties, are being asked. Let's move to the second question. Which of the following phrases defines the nature of the term Hundi, generally referred in the sources of post-Harsha period? Now Harsha comes in 6th century AD. After Guptas, there is a fragmentation, then comes Harsha. So in the post-Harsha period, there is a term called Hundi that's being discussed. Those who have read the NCERTs, this is a straight pick, a very factual pick, something that is very elaborately discussed in the NCERTs. Otherwise, we'll have to go through the nature of these statements, which I don't think is logical when it comes to terminologies in both ancient and medieval period. So look at the options. First option is an advisory issued by the king to his subordinates. So something like an Ashokan inscription, an advisory. Second, a diary to be maintained for daily accounts. Third, a bill of exchange. Fourth, an order from the feudal lord to his subordinates. It can be anything. We cannot decipher the nature of this term. So as I said, if you have read the NCERTs, it's a straight pick. Option 3, a bill of exchange. So Hundi can be compared to the modern day Hawala transactions, where you make a transaction at one place and you receive the money at some other place. So Hundi is something like that. For your understanding, I'm just translating it like that. If you take the word meaning, it has a Sanskrit origin from the term Hundiga, which was first used in 914 AD in the post-Harsha period. And it means a form of remittance instrument to transfer money from place to place. Coming to the third question, again it's a terminology. With reference to the economic history of medieval India, the term Aragatta refers to, again a terminology. Once again, a terminology straight out of the NCERTs. Look at the terms here. Bonded labor. We have discussed this question before. Bonded labor means Vishti. It's a very famous term. Land grant made to military officers. We have several terms for that, like Jagirdari, Mansabdari. Mansabdari is a rank, but it had subsequent land grants, or Ikta system. Third is water wheel used in irrigation of land. And fourth is wasteland converted to cultivated land. Now, if you have an NCERT understanding, Aragatta means Persian wheel. So the third option will automatically be correct. This term can be eliminated because we know what Vishti means. And this term has several other terminologies in medieval India. So this also can be eliminated. If you don't know the last option, it will be a 50-50 one. Otherwise, it's a straight pick. So this Aragatta, Ara means spoke and Gatta means port. And this term is used in India for the Persian wheel. I have given the picture of Persian wheel in the thumbnail. So this is the Persian wheel. So there is an elaborate discussion on the Persian wheel in NCERT textbooks. So if you have read the NCERT carefully, this is an easy pick. The fourth question. With reference to Indian history, which of the following is or are essential elements of the feudal system? A very conceptual question. Something that is not factual in nature, something that requires conceptual understanding. Let's look at the option. A very strong centralized political authority and a very weak provincial local political authority. So there should be a strong center, centralized. That's the first feature. Second, the emergence of an administrative structure based on control and possession of land. So an administrative structure which is land based. It's an option that we can take to be correct straight away. Because feudalism means it's a land based order. Land is the major form of capital. So emergence of an administrative structure based on land, correct option. Option 2 will be correct. This can be eliminated. Third, creation of a lord-vassal relationship between the feudal lord and his overlord. This again, a lord-vassal relationship is core to the feudalism concept. If you know that, it's a straight pick. Third option can also be taken. Now look at the first option. This is the most easiest of all options. Just think how feudalism emerged in medieval India. If you have strong kings at the top, then every land will be controlled by the strong kings. When will this king start to decentralize his empire? Or when will this king start to donate lands? When his or her power weakens. They use this land grant as a measure to gain the trust of their nobles. So they donate a piece of land to Brahmins called Brahmadeyas. They make agraharas there. They donate a piece of land as a part of revenue assignment because they don't have money to give to their soldiers. It's called the Jagirdari land. So these are the reasons why kings donate land, and it denotes weakness more than political authority. So the very strong centralized political authority thesis can be refuted because of the very nature of feudalism. So this option, if you eliminate that, these two options are gone and this remains the only option which is the right answer. So lord-vassal relationship I have already explained. A person becomes a vassal by pledging his political allegiance, providing military, political and financial services to the lord. So that's the definition. These are the four answers. We had two conceptual ones based on terminologies, one based on dynasties and one based on a political and socio-political process. So that's it. Thank you for listening.